Hi, everybody. We're team number 3, and this is our new technology proposal for the Crime Victims Assistance Center.
The mission of the Crime Victims Assistance Center, CVAC, is to provide compassionate support to community members and victims of abuse, to educate and to enhance the community's ability to prevent abuse, and to respond to victims of crime. CVAC provides 24-hour support through their crisis hotline and advocacy to all 4 local hospitals and police agencies in Broome County. This organization serves everyone in the community with counselors that are available to attend to victims. CVAC offers plenty of services to the community that are free of charge. The services offered include counseling, education and outreach, a Broome County child advocacy program, a safe harbor program, a Broome County sexual assault response team, and a volunteer program. In addition to their 24/7 hotline, community members also have the ability to text or have an online chat with counselors. CVAC continues to be a safe haven for many victims of crime in the Broome County area, but there are sections within this organization that could be improved in order for CVAC to be more efficient in our community.
Next, we will do a SWOT analysis of CVAC, and I will start with the strengths that our team saw. CVAC has a rather strong website and general usage of technology. They have a live web chat feature to connect directly with an advocate, which OECD/ITU says are transactional services that demonstrate a high level of connectedness with citizens. Since the donate button on the CVAC website and their emergency hotline have interactive components, these aspects would also be considered high-level connectedness. Some interactive services that CVAC provides include a survey tool to learn how people discover and use their services, and social media pages. These are one-way methods for communicating with citizens and are not as advanced as transactional services, but they still reflect a strength in connectedness. Finally, having a clear website that explains their services and provides simple navigation tools reflects CVAC's use of informational and educational services. Although these are low level of connectedness, they are still a benefit to CVAC's progress in citizen connection. Next, I will discuss the weaknesses that we saw for CVAC. The first was underfunding due to a lack of donations, which decreases the availability of a hotline operator. This causes CVAC to fall short in their delivery of this transactional service. Another transactional service that CVAC lacks is virtual telecounseling. In terms of interactive services, CVAC does not offer a digital safety plan. While there is a safety plan, it is a PDF that the citizen would fill out on their own and keep in their home that has a risk of an abusive partner finding it. Finally, they do not have a self-screening tool that a citizen could use to identify if they are in an abusive relationship or other dangerous situation. That could serve as an interactive service.
There are 2 opportunities that we saw that CVAC can implement into their agency to have a more direct impact with our community and also in the surrounding areas. They are telecounseling and self-screening tools. These 2 technology devices will allow for CVAC to have more contact with their community. These tools are really beneficial now, especially during the time of the COVID-19 pandemic and the inability for a lot of people to meet in person. Telecounseling allows for flexibility in schedules. It allows for individuals who may not be able to go to counseling in person to have access to one-on-one meetings with a counselor. This is extremely beneficial because it will allow for CVAC to have a greater outreach to their community and help more people in need. There can also be personal log insights for clients so they can schedule times with their counselor along with seeing their progress and report any questions that they might want to go over with their counselor when their meeting is scheduled. This will allow the CVAC agency more direct ability to service those in their community. The use of a self-screening tool for CVAC will be really beneficial. It will allow for confidentiality, which is really crucial for those who are suffering from abuse. This will allow the individual to stay anonymous, which might be extremely important for those who are still living with their abusers, having this confidentiality. This tool will be crucial for counselors when they initially meet with the individual to start at a good, solid foundation point so then they can best support those who they are serving. And it can help connect the individuals with doctors or counselors at a faster rate, which will increase the productivity of CVAC. However, with these new technologies, there becomes threats. Threats can come in a variety of formats due to virtual technology, one of which is a lot of security threats that the agency can face due to inadequate systems of softwares that their users are using at home. This can come from anywhere from devices that are not on par with the technology that's being used, computer viruses, and inadequate systems. This is crucial for the agency to find abilities to provide technology to those they are serving and make sure that the technology is compatible to whatever device they offer. There are always threats to clients' privacy and ethical concerns while using online technology. This becomes from hackers looking into these log-on devices. As long as there is adequate systems in place to provide security, it shall protect the agency itself. Counselors also have difficulties reading body language within virtual events, and this can affect their duty to inform. It is crucial to find a way for counselors to have the ability to read body languages to promote their counseling ability, because they need to make sure that their clients' needs are being met if they cannot verbalize what is going on. This concern and threat still needs great resources and study to find out how best to fit the counselor's need to read the individual in a virtual setting.
I am going to introduce a service application called AGI Connect that we designed for our organization. It is an advanced AI machine learning system that has the ability to integrate multiple cognitive abilities to solve user problems. It will be located on the organization's webpage and available on mobile app stores. After starting the system, the user will be guided by AGI program through a number of questions that are tailored for the user based on their input. AGI Connect will use received answers to provide additional resources, instructions, and services. In order to enhance privacy, the user will be notified that all answers will be deleted after assessment is completed, unless they request to keep them. The application will use HIPAA-compliant platforms that protect client privacy and personal information. The benefits of using this service system are reduced labor costs, enhanced work efficiency, and increased user privacy.
This new technology being implemented will be financially supported through the key stakeholders: a board of directors, the community, and the social services department of the Broome County government. Another key stakeholder are the crime victims, but this technology will not need financial support from crime victims since the service being offered is free. The board of directors for this nonprofit organization will finance the manufacturing of the app, and donations from members of the Binghamton community will assist in making sure the application runs smoothly. In addition, funding from the Social Services Department of the Broome County government will be used to pay for the counselors who will be matched up with the crime victims who are using the app.
The model below shows the amount of money we would need for every major component of AGI Connect. For the design and development component, we would tackle the look and feel of the app. We would ensure that the app looks appealing, that it is easy to use, and that counselors and clients would be able to communicate with each other. Basic app design usually costs $5,000, while complex app design usually costs $10,000. For the purposes of AGI Connect, we would be using complex design methods. For the third-party testing and reporting component, we would work in partnership with the Information Technology Services of Broome County to ensure that quality and safety are up to par. Most third-party testing costs less than $5,000, so our budget would be $3,500. For the system management and other miscellaneous fees component, we would keep the system in check and handle all system updates. We would also address any compatible device issues with the app and address any miscellaneous issues that may pop up during development. Software maintenance usually costs about 15 to 20% of the original development costs, so our budget would be $1,000. For the annual maintenance and quality inspection component, we would run an annual diagnostic to test for any potential glitches or viruses. Annual maintenance is a crucial component, so our budget would be $4,000. Initial development is comprised of the first two components and should take 1 year to complete, so the total for year 1 would cost $13,500. After initial development, we would spend 2 years focusing on the last two components, and each year would cost $5,000. Our total budget over the 3-year period would be $23,500. With a clear user interface, a 24-hour chat and hotline, and plenty of resources, CVAC's website already has a lot going for it, but with a lack of telecounseling and a self-screening tool, there is still room for improvement when it comes to the online service. AGI Connect would provide these remaining services and more so that clients and staff can get the best user experience possible. For example, instead of providing a set list of resources on the website, AGI can streamline the search process by recommending resources based on user input. Due to the pandemic, it is more important than ever that CVAC's online services are at the same level of quality as its in-person services, and that people receive accessible counseling during this time so that they can maintain their mental health. An improved online service would greatly benefit the client, especially if they are immune-compromised, unable to travel, or do not have time to meet in person. It is our belief that online services like AGI will continue to become more prevalent in organizations like CVAC, and that AGI is the next step towards improving counseling.
These are our recommendations that we would impose on CVAC to help include and broaden their community connections and help encourage citizen engagement.